Here we go. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. If you can just hold 1 minute, we're going to open the doors in just about 30 seconds. Thanks for being here. Yeah. All right. And almost. All right. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Yeah. And audio land. Funny. If it wasn't for COVID, I would. Yes, you know that.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Michael, can you actually see everybody popping in the room?
Slowly, yeah, not everybody.
Okay. Okay, great. So you have it on gallery view?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Hi, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody out there on Facebook Live, and hello, everybody who's joining us in the room. It's so great to see you all today. Thank you for being here. Hello, Fran in DC, and Sheila in Florida, and Paula. Hello, nice to see you. Hello, Susan. Nice to have you with us today. I think Ohio. Hello, Doug in Vermont. Hello, Colin. Nice to have you today. Colin is Washington Rebels Executive Director, along with Ross Wixon. Hello, Sandy from the Yukon, nice to see you. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Rick Pagliari, and hello, Mariana. Nice to see you guys today. Dennis Donnelly from British Columbia, hello. Hello, Bill Hunt in British Columbia. Also, hello, Carolyn in Idaho, Anne in DC, Kathy in Virginia, Kevin in New Hampshire, Lucy in Milwaukee, Luda in British Columbia, Isabel in Florida, Bonnie in Idaho, Lisa in Indiana, Barb in Kentucky, Janet and Peter in Toronto, Becky in Vancouver. Hello, Karen. I'm not sure where you're from. Nice to see you today. And Lori, hello. Steve in Baltimore. Hello, Deli in DC. And Jane in the UK. Hello. Storm in Massachusetts. Beryl in Chicago. Dan in Virginia. Hello, Jane in the DC area. And Nancy in Washington. Judy, hello. I'm not sure where you're from. Nice to see you today. Hello, Fred in Maryland. Lynn in Connecticut. Rosie in Michigan. Hello, Lori. Nice to have you. And hello to all the folks who are not on video. Sid and Sandy and Jane and Joni and other folks still popping in the room, Gwen and Timothy, Francette and Dale coming in from Colorado. Glad you guys are all here today. And hello again to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to another day of the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song as we move towards our 260th day of singing together. That might actually be today, I'll check. 260 days of being in this room and singing one song together every day. Yeah, pretty amazing. Love this community. So grateful to all of you for being in here day after day and singing with us. No real announcements today other than that if you donated or otherwise wish to be at tonight's holiday cocktails and songs and did not already get the link from me, it's a reminder that our party is tonight, one from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern and one from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And folks who did donate or folks who can't donate are all welcome. Please email me directly if you don't already have the link, or if you want to make a last minute donation and come in, or can't donate and want to come in. So open season tonight at 5 p.m. Can't wait to see you all. And the lyrics are going to be in the chat today. My email is always in the chat, and you'll see links in the chat from Michael Doucet. So I'm super excited to have today Michael Doucet. I think he was with us back in April or May, I forget, and brought us a great COVID song. And this month we're celebrating winter and the holidays, and we are super excited to have a little Cajun Christmas in the room. Michael Doucet of Beausoleil, and also I think of La Prise. I think I'm gonna have to ask you to tell us about that after we sing. Michael, I'm so glad you're here, coming in from Louisiana, right?
Yes, Jojo, direct from the North Pole in Lafayette, Louisiana, where the grass is brown and it's beautiful outside. It's about 65 degrees. Clear last night to see the planets, to see the convergence. It was wonderful. I feel so much better.
That's really neat. Yeah, it was too cloudy here to see them, at least in the DC area, or at least so far I haven't. Colin, are you saying you saw them? Oh, nice. I couldn't find them. All right. Gang, we are going to sing a song with Michael. I think, Michael, if you can just sing the first verse once before you start so we get a chance to hear it. And we'll all accompany you on mute. And then afterwards, we'll chat for a little bit.
I love it. Okay. Well, this song, thank you. Thank you, JoJo. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for showing up. Um, this is a song I wrote. Oh my God. I did this Christmas record back in 1986. It was a year that I did 4 records. I must have had a lot of energy. I don't know what got into me, but anyway, we did this album in July, which in Louisiana is like 90 to 100. So it was a little bit it was hard getting to the mood, but nevertheless. And this is a song, I don't know, just had an idea for it, just kind of recollect how Christmases used to be at our house with everybody there. We had a big family. I mean, Dad had 5 sisters, 2 brothers. Mother had a bunch of cousins. So it was just ridiculous. But anyway, it was always special to go to. And we usually go to, Christmas, we go to my grandmother's house. But anyway, it's I just put these lyrics together and just with that kind of feeling, it's no big deal. It's not really a Cajun sounding song. I didn't want it to be a Cajun song because I was in the days where it can be Cajun without sounding Cajun. So it doesn't have to be like, boom, chak, joom, pop. Anyway, so it's an Instantly Love Me. Yeah, I'll sing the first, just the first verse. I guess 4 lines or 8 lines. I'll say 8 lines. See how that goes. So. Going down to the bayou, spending Christmas by you. I'm packed up and I'm ready to go. Already thinking about a guinea gumbo. Get to see all the family, laugh and enjoy a Cajun reality. Christmas on the bayou. Oh, Christmas by you. There you go.
Great. Does everybody feel ready to sing along? Yeah.
I'll sing it slow so we can all sing it together. There's a lot of words in there. And I don't have to tell you what guinea means. They might have something in there. Let me see if I put something in there that we all know what jambalaya is now. Thinks it's some restaurant. PARRAIN is a godfather. PARRAIN will sneak his cherry bounce in. That was a big thing, making cherry bounce here. It was awful. Anyway, but it did the job. Did the job. Let me see. Okay, that's about it. So let's go. Ready? Going down to the bayou, spending Christmas by you. All packed up and I'm ready to go. Already thinking about a guinea gumbo. Get to see all the family, laugh and enjoy a Cajun reality. Christmas on the bayou. That's Christmas by you. Oh, Christmas by you. I'll know by the scent hanging in the air as we get closer to being there. It'll be Mama's sweet potato pie, Tony MIM'S jambalaya. The kids run out to greet us on the lawn. Before you know it, we'll be singing Jolie Blanc. Can't wait for you to be there too, on Christmas by you. On Christmas by you. PARRAIN will try to sneak his cherry bounce in, upset the ladies and he'll make your head spin. Listening to his tales of long, long ago, wondering just how far his lies will go. It's all for fun and it's all for show. That's our tradition now, you just can't let it go. The times are changing and we are too. Oh, on Christmas by you. On Christmas by you. It's so hard try to say goodbye. I had a great time with a tear in my eye, hugging, kissing, thinking about next year. We shall be tomorrow. Y'all come visit us here. The kids don't want to leave the Christmas tree. Well, you know, time passes, save your good time memories. That's the way Cajun Christmas Day goes on Christmas Bayou. On Christmas Bayou. On Christmas Bayou. There you go.
Woo! Thank you, Michael. That was a lot of fun.
You welcome, Joe.
Yeah, I could see everybody was, so it is a lot of words, but everybody was doing just fine. Thank you, thank you.
At least we had I still can't remember them, so big deal.
Actually, I think you did pretty well. There was actually maybe an extra line in there that we didn't have, but we figured it out as you were singing it. We sang it along with you.
There's always an extra line.
So, one of the things actually that we've been talking about in the room has been people's Christmas traditions. So we've had artists from all over the world in here with us, and we get to talk a little bit about what's unique about their tradition or what's different about it this year in these strange isolations times as per what you would normally be doing.
This year, is there a Christmas this year?
Hard to know, right?
It's so hard. We always, it's a big get together. And it's so weird this year because everybody, I used to go to my sister's. Anyway, it's a long story. Anyway, nobody's going anywhere. I have a friend of mine, Billy Ware. He plays triangle percussion with Beausoleil for years, and he's a bachelor. So and he's very cautious. Most people we know are cautious about that. They don't take any chances. And so we'll get together. And maybe play some music. That's the thing about it. Christmas was always music time. When I was growing up, they had a fiddler in the family. I had an uncle who was a fiddle player, bass player, etc. And two of my dad's sisters were ballad singers. So we sing all these ballads in which, sometimes you knew, sometimes you wouldn't. But it was always festive, usually after drinking, because that adds to it. In fact, there's one song about that. It's called Trinqué, Trinqué, which means like when you clink your glasses. And so the deal of this one was, you were waiting for people to arrive. So when someone arrived, it was an excuse to drink, So at the end of the night, it didn't really matter. But it was just, I remember fireworks too and stuff like this. We lived in the country, we had on a farm. So it was different then. And it's changed over the years. You try to remember, some dishes or something or an arrangement that your family had, or the top of the Christmas tree or whatever. There's some little things, but it's funny, when you have family, then there's, they're all grown up. They have their own Christmas now. And so that's different. But now I don't know. I think, what this Christmas is probably going to be, it's going to be Facebook Christmas or iPhone. I FaceTime Christmas. I think that's going to be the thing, just to see how people are going, how they're doing, because we did it almost. So it's almost there. So the new year is almost there.
The new year is almost here. We have almost made it through 2020. The endless, impossible 2020. We are almost on the other side of it. And I don't think it means that January 1 of 2021 is suddenly going to be magical, or Inauguration Day, everything's going to suddenly get great. And I think we all have a lot of work ahead of us in this upcoming year to really try to help balance things out in our country and make things better. But the year is almost over, and I feel like celebrating the arrival of 2021 is going to be symbolic on a lot of levels. Whether or not there's any literal immediate change, yeah, probably not. So, Michael, you mentioned food in your song. Tell me a little bit about your Christmas meals.
Okay, well, guinea gumbo is like special because you usually do a chicken gumbo, sausage gumbo, or shrimp or okra, whatever. But a guinea gumbo, it's very, very small. And so usually when you make a gumbo, you kind of chop the chicken in pieces. And here you kind of let it go so you really mess up everything. Because when you eat chicken and gumbo, it goes all over the place. But it's just so delicious. That was something, I was talking about that. My great aunt used to make this incredible shrimp dish. It was just boiled shrimp, and then you put onions and capers and olive oil on it, and kind of let it simmer, and then you eat it as an appetizer. That was all good. We're gonna do that. Sweet potato pie, of course. We did it last time. We did a pecan sweet potato pie, which is like over the top. Um, what else? What else? I mean, there's always cheering going on. Oh, my great aunt used to make this incredible thing. Nobody seems to have the recipe. I'm sure we could figure out, but she used to get whole oranges and clean them out, cut them in half, clean them out, then mix that the orange residue, the pulp, with the sweet potato. Put it back half of the orange, put a pecan on there, and bake it.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Oh
were
my.
never there was never lacking for some incredible food. And
All
there's a
right.
lot of dressing. I mean, we even had lobster dressing down here. We said, why didn't you use crawfish? You don't use crawfish for that. Lobster's got to do lobster crawfish. And then we had a lot of crab because this is now crab season. It's almost crawfish season, but it's getting colder, so they're smaller. It's usually, we kind of a lot of ducks, and you usually have what's available. So that's what I remember. But we still do it. I do remember.
That okay, the orange and sweet potato dish sounds amazing, and I'm actually going to try it sometime over this
Try
holiday.
it. Yeah,
And yeah, if I can figure
they go
anything out,
together great. Yeah, yeah. I'm
say it
sure she
again.
put some kind of bourbon in there too. Don't forget, a little something to kick.
Now it sounds really, really good. That's
Yeah, I think
amazing.
that's why we liked it as kids. Let me have another one. No, only one.
That's really funny. So I love the overlapping of cultures. So, I'm Italian American and we make 13 fish for Christmas Eve. And the idea of the shrimp and the onions and the capers, like there's just this little loop going back in from these different cultures. Where do capers appear in Cajun food regularly, or is that?
If you can find them. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, I mean, it gives, I don't know, we've always said capers. It's kind of been a condiment because we have New Orleans, French Quarter should be called the Italian Quarter because they had more Italians there. So that's where we get a lot of our condiments and things like that. I mean, from New Orleans. And here, it found its way over here. But I want to say also that we're in the age of Aquarius. So all you Aquarians, it's time to let go of the stuff. And we're going someplace else now.
Very good. Yeah,
Where?
I think going to
Where?
be
I
a
don't
big.
know.
So do you imagine that New Orleans will be very noisy on New Year's Eve, despite all of the?
New Orleans. That's a whole different subject. I mean, it's so weird to have New Orleans. I mean, people just live by touching people. I mean, basically, you drink, you eat, and you go hear music. I mean, that's the three things you do in New Orleans. And you can't do like that. My son Ezra is the manager of a restaurant. It's a really good restaurant. It's kind of a mix of Cajun Asian. I don't know, and it's called Margie's. It's on Broad Street. If anybody goes down there, and it's most excellent. And they do a lot of. I mean, they've had to. They haven't had to, but they chose to distribute food to the people who don't have necessities, and they try to keep it going. But it's a, they have a. I mean, I wouldn't have voted for her, Cantrell, the mayor, but after seeing what she did incredible. That's exactly what New Orleans needed, and they're below like 5%, so the bars are still open, yay,
Wow.
legally, and so it's going to change. I mean, I don't know for Christmas. I mean, there's always great places. If you're in New Orleans, you have to go to the Roosevelt Hotel because they have this incredible lobby. It's a marble lobby that's a block long, and they have these huge, 15-foot white Christmas trees all the way down. Plus, they have the Sazerac bar, which helps. But that's still there.
All right. Well, when we have our Daily Antidote bus tour, we're gonna all stop by for sure
Yes,
and
yes.
and
Call
party
me
with
up.
you. Yeah.
I'll be the guy.
So, tell me a little bit about the Cajun Christmas concert. We're gonna pop the link in the chat for that. Did you guys make that in person? How did you do it?
We did it live. Our bass player is an engineer, so he's all set up in New Orleans because there's three of us that live here. Ben lives in New Orleans, and Ben lives in Baton Rouge. David lives in New Orleans, so Baton Rouge is in between. So yeah, this our concerts dot live is a pretty reputable place. I think they have some great art. For me, I wasn't about to do this thing. My context is I do it on an iPhone and forget it. So this one, to get a band together is kind of hard. So we had three cameras, and they're all iPhones. They're so ingenious. So you have three different phones set up at different angles, and they're connected to this Zoom link where this guy mixes everything, we do the sound, and we just feed the sound. And so we just do it live. It's very live. Trust me, it's really live. I mean, we haven't played together since March. It's really live. But it was fun. I mean, like I said, we only play this Christmas concert like once a year, and of course we forget it totally, for that year. So that was fun. Yeah, but it was fun for us. I hope it's fun for y'all.
Great. Yeah, I'm super excited to listen to it. That's going to be, and now it's actually going to be my Christmas Day fare while I eat my orange stuffed with sweet potatoes and bourbon. So
you better
yeah.
tell me about that.
So tell me also about the other group that you now have.
Lâcher Prise, very happy with that. Yeah, on Compass Records, Gary Westman, the deal with the last Beausoleil record, which is called From Bamako to Carencro, I don't know how many years ago. Part of the deal was that I do a solo record, and he really wanted me to go to Nashville and play with good musicians. And I said, I don't need Nashville. The best musicians are here. After a while, Sarah Quintana and I, we started together. We played duets, around New Orleans. And then I've always played with Chad Viator, who's a great guitar player, and the bass player is Chris French. And so that was pretty much the group. And then we recorded with Jim Kolchak on the drums. We did it, I think, in 2.5 days. But it was just a lot of original songs, and some Cajun type and whatever, and just a couple of Cajun songs maybe. I don't know, but fun record. I mean, every now and then you get to do a fun record, and I think for me it was like my best expression that I've done in a long time. And so that's it. So we were going to tour. We had a big tour of the East Coast. We were going to go to Washington. Yeah, that was last April. Yeah, right. And so that's good. So that was a big momentum. We were going to play South by Southwest. We had all these things going on with Preservation Hall. All these great things. Yeah, so that's with that. So I still like it. We still play. There's a place here that it's called Vermilionville, and it's a restaurant, a really great restaurant in Lafayette. It's an old house. The house is about 1830 something. But they have a big garden, a beautiful garden outside, and that's where they have the music. And so we're in on a stage, and then the closest table has to be over 12 feet away and have a bunch of things. So we feel safe playing over there. So we like to play there. And but that's not, I don't know what it is. I'm like retired. I mean, I didn't know I was going to be retired. I said, no, you're just unemployed. Oh, okay, well, I'm unemployed. But I mean, it's the same kind of thing. But it's like I don't know, and I don't know if it's ever going to get back. I mean, maybe they're going to try in New Orleans, but when it's a whole different world now. And I think people long for this. They long to see somebody real play. And so I don't know what's that venue or where we're ever going to go, and or where I'm not going to get on a plane anytime soon that I know of. And but the music is still there. So every now and then I come with a song, like that COVID song, which was kind of a joke, but it's true. And so you never know. So I'm still, I'm not going to be like Paul McCartney and record everything. Boring. But anyway, I'm going to, do what I can do. So I have some good people to play on him. No offense to Sir Paul, I'm rather John. I'm sorry, just the way it is. And Ringo, I love Ringo and George. But it's a great group. But anyway, that's another thing.
So I love it. I feel like we we could keep talking and talking in here all day because your breadth of knowledge and your musical experience are amazing. But your sense of humor is what I really love the most. It's so much fun to banter around in here. And one.
What humor? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. I must have made it up. So one of just for an example of what I'm talking about, actually, is I said to Michael during the sound check, usually we repeat, a little bit of the song again at the end so that folks can hear some music again before they leave. And he said to me, well, I know more than one song. So there you go. We almost always do the same song.
I think since we're entering a new year and a new era, maybe like a New Year's Eve song. How's that?
You sing whatever you like, because we are all enthralled and having a great time.
Well, I don't know how this goes, but I'll try my best. You know. Bonjour, bonne année, madame. Idas années, que les souhaite à tous. Idas années, bonne année, monsieur. Idas années. Bonjour, bonne année, monsieur. Mais bonjour, bonne année, madame. Bonjour, bonne année, monsieur. Bonjour, bonne année. Bonne année, madame, bonjour, bonne année, monsieur. There you go. It's a little
Amazing.
ballad.
Thank
Not
you.
really.
That was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Bonjour, bonne année.
Bonjour et bonne année to everyone in this room. And actually, au revoir to the folks out on Facebook. Thank you so much for being with us today. We might stick around in the room and chat for a little bit longer. So if you're out there on Facebook and you want to join us in the virtual room, you can go to rebelsdc.org/daily-song. And you can find the link to join us in here. And thanks again for joining us, Facebook. And we hope to see you tomorrow.